mouths on neck. Hello and welcome to the prelims for Polaris 29 live from the Lighthouse in Poole, England. My name's Daniel Strauss, joined as always by Tom Barlow and once again by Vanessa English. We have a fantastic prelims for you tonight before a massive Polaris 29 main card. Let's have a quick look at the matches we have coming up on these prelims. We are going to be kicking off this card with two up-and-coming prospects. Andrej Tasev taking on the local Leo Lawson. We've got the return of Franck Takoudjou taking on another local in Jack Gover. And then higher up the card, we have some more action from some great vets. We're going to see the debut of B-team athlete Taylor Ellis Hishaw. We've got archer Colaco taking on a UK veteran Polaris multiple-time winner Luiz Finocchio. We've got some grudge matches from the MMA world in Andy Manzolo taking on Justin Moore. And then for our feature prelim tonight, we have a late replacement in Claudio Brudny taking on one of the hottest prospects coming out of the UK at the moment in Carson Coles. So we've got lots coming up. Let's get it straight away underway. I will throw you down now to Michael Vell. Our first match tonight, two 17-year-olds. We've got Andrej Tasev making his much anticipated debut, taking on the local Leo Lawson.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the Lighthouse Pool here in the United Kingdom, where we present to you Polaris 29. So now let's get the action started and welcome our first fighter out of the blue corner, Andrej Tasev.
Making the first walk tonight for Polaris 29 is Andrej Tasev. Very, very excited to make his Polaris debut tonight. 17-year-old Macedonian blue belt fighting out of Gro Jiu-Jitsu. He's a real up-and-coming talent. He is two-time Grapple Fest winner, English Open champion, and IBJJF London International silver medalist. He is now competing and coaching full-time as part of the Youth Apprentice program at his academy at Gro Jiu-Jitsu. Great to see him on the big stage tonight.
And now let's welcome his opponent, fighting in the red corner, Leo Lawson.
And his opponent tonight is local Leo Lawson. If you couldn't tell from the support in the crowd, obviously son of the famed UK MMA fighter and grappler, Jed Lawson. You're going to see a lot of this gym here tonight, Ippon Gym, just round the corner. We've actually seen Leo on Polaris before. He made his Polaris debut on Polaris 22, winning by decision.
Let's get the action started. Our first bout is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, official weight 75.7 kilos. Representing Gro Jiu-Jitsu from Macedonia, please welcome Andrej Tasev. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 80.3 kilos, representing Ippon from the United Kingdom. Let's welcome Lawson.
Between the two of them, it seems like the whole audience is pretty heavily invested in this match. Obviously, Leo Lawson, son of Jeff Lawson, aka Ippon, known for his great judo. So no surprise from a goal pull early from Andrej.
Yeah, and going right to that far leg as well.
Looking to spin underneath there.
It's nice going for an upper body attack straight down to the legs.
I mean, he's got the length for it, doesn't he? He's got those long sort of guard triangle legs. Oh, into a triangle early.
He needs to pull his posture down.
Leo doing a good job of getting that knee on the inside there to stop that from happening. I feel like he's probably successfully defended against this with this posturing.
And he's out.
Yeah, he needs to be aware, though, because that's a good submission attempt very early on. He got caught in. And now into the inversion is the Birimbolo.
And, you know, a big difference between gi and no-gi matches, of course, is that onto a straight footlock here.
Yeah, I think he's had to abandon it for attacking that near foot, which is essentially the same rules as the IBJF that we have for the reaping. Coming up into the leg drag.
Big difference between gi and no-gi, of course, is that you don't... Oh, now it's triangle for Lawson.
Oh, and this is tight. Turned.
This is tight early on.
Yeah, he's in a much better position, better angle.
Oh, and there's the tap. Wow. A rocky start for Leo Lawson. Caught in a triangle, defended. He gets his foot attack to back take attempted, but manages to throw the legs up, and he does the work. Beautiful early submission for the local.
Yeah, I mean, that was all one-way traffic for almost the entire match until he got caught in that triangle.
And here's just the last couple of moments. You see Andrej trying to throw the legs over to get extension, but Leo doing a great job of keeping the inside position on those legs, pummeling to the outside and keeping the pressure on. Managed to get the tap.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to a triangle choke, Leo Lawson.
And our second match this evening is going to be 10th Planet UK's, 10th Planet Banbury's Matthew Korsak taking on London Grapple's Peter Shamarkou.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, fighting in the blue corner, Matthew Korsak.
Making his debut tonight on Polaris, 10th Planet Banbury's Matthew Korsak. He's not making his debut tonight on Polaris, but he already does have some experience on the big shows. He's picked up a win on Grapplefest. He is, of course, fighting alongside his coach, Gavin Stewart, who is also competing on tonight's prelims.
And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, Peter Shamarkou.
And his opponent tonight, returning to the Polaris mats, is London Grapple's Peter Shamarkou. He has competed a couple of times on Polaris before, competed at Polaris 24 and 5. He picked up losses on both of those occasions, but I don't feel like that's a brilliant representation of his skills. He is a very dynamic, high-level grappler. And he just got unlucky on a couple of those performances. So certainly coming now to try and get his first win on the big show.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the welterweight division and is scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 75.2 kilos. Representing 10th Planet Banbury from the United Kingdom, please welcome Matthew Korsak. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 75.1 kilos. Representing London Grapple from the United Kingdom by way of Cyprus, let's welcome Peter Shamarkou.
And off we start, just for some clarification for the audience. Peter is in blue, Matthew is in black and green.
Yeah, Peter's one of these guys that we always hear about in the gym, just being absolutely amazing. And he's been on Polaris twice now and never quite got his game to work. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on today.
Immediately trying to get in on these legs.
Yeah, this has been what he's been trying to do, connecting the legs and the back together, attacking both. Up on the single leg. Needs to be mindful of that arm bar.
That Choi bar is so popular at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, but training with Ross, I'm sure he's very well aware of that. It was one of Ross's primary attacks for a very long time, was using that violin armbar, or as the kids like to call it, the Choi armbar.
Well, the Choi is more in the throwing the far side leg over, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just correct Tom.
He did,
the name.
yeah. He did.
I used to.
He changed.
Wait till I get excited about the gi matches later.
Yeah, I know, it's going to be
mind.
amazing. In a false reap here from Matthew. So speaking of the Choi bar, used to train with Choi in my AOJ days, as Dan likes to call it. And we're going to be seeing a number of their athletes on later today.
We have the AOJ invasion tonight on the main card.
Pia looking to use that leg drag around to the side. He's in deep on the hips almost. You can connect those hands, use that body lock.
Yeah, this is 2 times now that Matt has looked to set up a knee separator. But a beautiful pass there, nice tight pass there by Pete. I'm liking this. He's really taking his time. He's controlling the pace of this.
Yeah, he's just looking at working at clearing that frame so he can get under the elbows, get to a bit of a better position.
And I think this is what we've needed to see from Shamarkou, really, is just a little bit more control in his game, you know, a little bit more domination and making sure, because we've seen him put on some good performances on Polaris, he's just not been able to come away with that win.
It looks like he's trying to punch that arm through the hole, and then he can use it to separate Matthew's right arm from his body.
Matthew a little bit passive underneath here and trying to regain guard. There's the frame and guard regain, and he does so pretty successfully. Forces Pete now to look to pass again.
Yeah, this is you know, from a point standpoint, as we do have that to consider. This is not bad for Pete, though. He did pass the guard pretty easily within the first round, and now we're in the second. It looks like he's going to do the same thing again.
Yeah.
Use that little leg drag, come around to the side.
I mean, this is a big thing about the 10th Planet style, right? Is that it's these unorthodox submissions, and you almost negate a little bit of the defensive grappling in order to attack these things. And you see it on so many occasions where the 10th Planet guy is, you know, maybe getting positionally dominated and they pull a submission out of nowhere. So Pete's going to have to stay very respectful of Korsak's capabilities off of his back or in any position, really, because you never know when those subs could come. But right now, looking very strong again. Looking to transition to north-south position, it looks like.
Yeah, he's reaching into that shoulder, so he could potentially go there. He doesn't seem to be committing all the way around to the other side.
I mean, I'm a big fan of north-south these days, you know, just getting so far away from the legs that a guard regain isn't possible. Nice frame again, and another guard regain attempt here. And again, you can see Matt looking to try and get on the legs.
Yeah, he's got a pretty decent bite behind the knee now, but Peter's doing a great job of taking away that other leg, reducing the pressure.
He's got isolation here.
Well, Pete's also got that back take using the wedge. You see him do it there? He'd already set that up off the leg attack.
That Troy bar set up again. Just keep an eye on that left leg coming over the top. The interesting thing for me is that Matthew doesn't seem, you know, he doesn't defend the passes particularly aggressively. He allows Peter to settle in side control where he doesn't seem to really try and escape. But every time he does try and escape side control, he does so successfully. It doesn't seem like he's struggling too much to actually escape. He's just not trying that often. So, I mean, point-wise, he's getting dominated here.
Yeah, Peter's got that grip now, so he's starting to separate the arm away from the body. I'm not sure what he's going to attempt to do with this. Whether it's just a method of control, whether he's going to try and step over and go into something else. Yeah,
I think possibly if he can get that arm a little further away from the body, he could throw the leg over, possibly straight into a triangle. Yeah, he transitions the mount there. That was very nicely done. And big bridges here as Matt tries to get the legs on the inside, and he's unsuccessful in doing so. Now he tries the gift wrap, and he's going to look to try and get to the back here, I think.
Yeah, he's scooping that arm up nice and high, which is going to make the escape very difficult. Going to open up the space for Peter to put the hooks in as well if he does turn.
Wrist control makes me think.
Yeah, stepping over for the triangle.
Stepping over for the triangle, yeah. But I mean, at the same time, I think we're just seeing such a measured Shamarkou tonight. I don't feel like something quite as wild, for lack of a better word, is something that he's going to go for. I think we're going to see him slowly try and crawl his way up to the back and try and submit him from there.
He's doing a really good job of regressing his movements at the moment. Matthew's just managed to get the foot in, but
yeah, Peter did a nice job of just going back and under those elbows, which has kind of negated that bridge escape that he just tried.
That's the second round just gone, and obviously 2 rounds up for Peter, no doubt.
And in a good position if he does advance this as well, to go to the back, which again is going to be a good point-scoring thing for the judge.
Still looking, Matt doing a pretty good job of trying to hide the wrist here to stop, trying to stop his elbow from crossing the center line of his opponent's body. But now that gift wrap and that figure 4 control is too tightly set up, and the back take comes straight into the body triangle.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just under 3 minutes now to work for Pete to try and finish this.
He needs to make sure he's not going to lose the angle, though. He's getting a bit off to the side. You see Matthew just spinning around and ends up in front. Peter's still going towards it, though. He could set up a sweep, very simple, like old-school flower sweep here, and then connect to the armbar triangle
Could
again.
switch into armbar from here in this high sort of 3/4, you know, this high guard position. Do you have a name for this?
Crooked guard.
Crooked guard, okay. God,
Yeah.
I learn so much every time I do that.
When you get over the shoulder.
How is that different? There's a diamond guard too?
Potentially, yeah.
Because that's, I think, what I
Will a diamond guard over both shoulders, or?
No,
Yeah,
I think
it's
then we're
one.
into like Dead Orchard territory.
Oh, okay, okay.
But this is actually kind of what we've seen from Peter in the past, though. He's been really dominant in a lot of his matches and then kind of lost it in the last portion.
I mean, this is the thing where
Nice.
beautiful
Sweep.
timing on that sweep straight to mount. I was getting worried for a second as you said that
Yeah.
Matt was going to just throw his legs over and catch something from there, but yeah, you're right. It's
Looking to use that pass again, walk around, staple the legs. This is something that you'll see like Tynan, who we're going to see later on the card. He does this all the time and then switches to the opposite side. It's a kind of a staple movement of AOJ. The shin trap, if you like the name. Dan.
I always
We
let
would,
the name
we
from
would
you
like
too.
that.
I feel like I'm educating Dan at the same time.
Every day, mate.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day's a school day.
Just coming up to 1 minute left in this match, and Matthew Korsak's going to need a submission at this point to win this, undoubtedly.
Yeah. Peter doing a good job passing that guard again.
And
And a look of frustration on the face of Korsak there.
Yeah, it looks like he's very much in defensive mode now.
Yes.
He's not really trying anything, you know, and that's not how you're going to win a match, unfortunately.
And this will be a very well-deserved victory for Pete.
just 20 seconds left. Peter's still just slowly gaining more control. 10 seconds.
Looking at the end just to throw over to the armbar.
And there you go. 10 minutes in the bank and a solid, dominant, undoubtedly 3 rounds to go for the London Grapple athlete. A hard-fought match and a very well-deserved win. Talk us through some of these replays.
So this is the pass that Peter kept using that kind of shin trap, leg drag position, getting to side control. And then this was basically the entire match was him trying to work that pass, get to a dominant position, isolate a limb. It's that lovely little kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a flower sweep at the end.
It's a flower sweep with the wrist control, which you don't
and
really
an
see.
ankle.
Yeah.
So yeah, a nice movement just as Matthew got a little bit overbalanced.
We'll throw it down to get the official decision now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they see it for your winner, Peter Shamarkou.
We are going to fully kit out the gym with the best match you've ever seen. Completely upgraded the match space by about 20 times. Absolutely outdone themselves with everything that they've done. A sprung floor with like best match you can get, Zebra. It's unbelievable what they've done. Honestly, like I've never walked on a mat that's like this before. Cannot wait to watch the reactions of all the fight team as they come in and see it for the first time.
Glad this is it. It's really special, isn't it?
Sound, isn't it?
The biggest moment of our whole gym's life was at that night it was all.
Can't wait to train on them, man.
Our next match is going to be a 92-kilo no-gi match where local lad Jed Gover is going to be taking on the Cameroonian phenom, Franck Takoudjou.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting out the blue corner, Jed Gover.
First to make the walk to the mat is Jed Gover, competing out of Odyssey Combat Hub. This is his second time on Polaris, made his debut back on Polaris 24. Wasn't able to pick up the win there, but he's looking to come back now and pick up the win in front of a home crowd. He's going to have his work cut out for him though. This should be a fun match.
And now let's welcome fighting in the red corner, Franck Takoudjou.
And his opponent tonight, Franck Takoudjou. I mean, if you don't know who this kid is yet, you haven't been paying attention. I haven't done the exact math, but I am confident to say that he is the most active competitor in the UK grappling scene at the moment. He seems to compete every single weekend, but he doesn't just compete. He's not making up the numbers. He's pretty much picking up gold in every single division that he competes in. I mean, I'm not going to have the time to go into his full story, but it's an unbelievable, inspirational story. And we've already seen him on Polaris once where he picked up a win against a very good opponent, and it's great to see him back on here, adding to his story.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the light heavyweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, official weight 91.8 kilos. Representing Odyssey Combat Hub from the United Kingdom, please welcome Jed Gover. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 83 kilos. Representing Flow Martial Arts from Cameroon, let's welcome Franck Takoudjou.
One thing you can expect from Franck is aggression, dynamism.
Yeah, he's normally an incredibly fun fighter to watch.
Yeah, he's just all go.
And the grip fighting, very aggressive.
Nice single leg, needs to be careful of the guillotine. Good head positioning, very nice trip. Transitioning towards the back here.
And Jack, I believe in his first match, it was a rear naked choke that he got caught with in his Polaris debut. He's got to be careful about Franck jumping on that back.
Yeah, I mean, Frank's in a great position here, setting up that seatbelt.
Early,
excellent
dry.
position, yeah. You know, he's probably going to look to go for the body lock or step over that arm if Jack defends. You can see him transitioning off to the grip, using that kind of straight jacket position that Danaher got known for. And he'll try and step his left leg over into the crook of the elbow and isolate that arm.
I'd say he could do with getting underneath Jack a little bit more, making sure that his shoulder stays off the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack does a good job of creating a little bit of space there and forcing Franck to disengage from that back position. He's not out of the woods yet. He's going to try and stand up from here, I think, but he's got to be careful.
Yeah, Franck might just be like, working his game a little bit, not putting too much energy into these early stages. He's not breathing hard. He's going to be able to keep a good pace rather than burn his guns out.
I don't know if it's possible for him to burn his guns out. This guy goes and he competes every weekend where he's having weight and absolute, gi and no gi. I mean, the amount of mat time that this kid has had in the last 12 months is insane. More than most people would have over their entire life, by many magnitudes. Jack now looking for that Sakuraba-style Kimura from the back. Franck just on him like a rash, but able to get to a guard position. Very nicely done by Jack, but it is really Franck's passing and his sort of relentless pressure is really what he's most known for.
I really liked how he just kind of shoved the head down there as well, to come on top.
What Jack's going to do to pick up the win here, he's going to have the force, and he is to a degree. He's want to get a little bit more of a bend in this arm, but he's got to force Franck into a little bit of a defensive frame. Franck is used to always being the dominant one, always doing the attacking, and Gover has to try and force him to start defending, to make some mistakes, to expose something. You've got to have a little bit of confidence if you're Gover right now, but he survived the early back take. Maybe frustrating Franck a little bit. You couldn't tell from the expression on his face. Incredibly stoic. That first round undoubtedly has gone to Takoudjou.
Nice little arm drag, dragging him to the floor.
Straight to this back position again.
Oh, stepping over the top there and switching to a single, very quickly sprawled on it. And that's sort of what I'm talking about, is you can see when Gover goes for that Kimura from the back position, it forces Franck out of that attacking frame and gives him an opportunity. Gover needs to get better at taking advantage of those tiny little blips of attacking.
Yeah, it's also whether Jack can maintain the same pace as Franck as well. And
here's the interesting thing. You see there, Jack reached for it, and Franck pulled out without him even locking off. So it almost seems that Franck is a little bit scared at this point, or a little bit tentative of actually engaging those arms on the back that much, which, is when someone's a little bit worried to even sink in and take the back, that's something that you are definitely trying to create. That's a fear you want to create, and I expect for him to go for that Kimura again.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to do it again, or potentially roll through the legs as well. But now, Franck's got that seatbelt. Franck letting it go and going back to the hips.
Yep. But it's not going to be enough for Gover to just create these, these threats that force Franck to think he's going to have to add to it. He's going to have to chain it to something else. You've stopped Franck from connecting his hands. Well, what are you going to do about it? Yeah.
He's really on. So I'm surprised that Franck's not trying to get to those positions a little bit more. Like, Gover just sat up, basically. No defense, no nothing, and just waited. And Franck didn't really dive on him.
Okay. Single leg attempt here from Gover. And Franck steps over this for a second. And Gover, really for the first time, actually pushing and trying to follow through on that takedown.
Yeah.
Just over halfway through this match, and you got to expect Gover goes to shake hands there. Franck won none of it, and then thought, actually, that's a little bit mean. I'll shake hands. I'm not about that life. The question comes down to cardio, to pacing. Is a 32, 33-year-old going to have the pace of a 19-year-old?
Yeah, I mean, I'd really like to see Franck pick up the pace a little bit. And start to bring it more to Jack rather than just be this very comfortable. It almost looks like he's in kind of first gear, basically.
And this might be a symptom of, I mean, this certainly isn't how we saw him the first time that he competed on Polaris, but it's possible that this is a symptom of the way that his lifestyle. He does these tournaments every weekend where when you're competing that much, it's just like a sparring. You're just going to train, basically. But at the same time, you can't knock him too much. He's completely dominating. You know, Jack's got nothing offensive off on him so far. But there's almost a frustration as a spectator when you see someone looking so dominant without, you know, really exposing himself a little bit to try and go for a finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a better position now. He's actually got the hooks separated. He could just be struggling to figure out how to get through this turtle position.
It does seem like he is a little bit.
You know, you've got these people like Britt Mickelson, for example, who, you know, they're really heavy on using this defensive style of jiu-jitsu. And some people are starting getting pretty good at breaking out of that and using their defense as a way to start attacking as well. I
mean, that's certainly not
what we're seeing.
Not what we're seeing so far, but are we seeing the defensive aspect of that? I mean,
right now, like, I don't know why. Like, I feel like Franck could just jump on his neck a little bit, put the pressure into him, rather than just try to hand fight. You know, and yeah, he is competing a lot, but you know, this is his second appearance on Polaris. If he wants to, you know, we want to see a show.
There's a beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Roll to the back take here.
And let's see if he can utilize it and starts to insist a little bit more.
Well, this is just the second time that we've seen him really on a deep back take here.
Yeah.
You know, he's managed to get a hook on the inside. Jack, again, doing a great job of grip fighting here.
Yeah, Franck trying to control those hips a little bit with that outside hook. Letting Jack go back to that turtle.
Back to the turtle, yeah.
But I mean, there's no way that, to me, this isn't a good position for Jack to be in either. Like, just being in a turtle and defending doesn't do anything for you.
No.
And it doesn't, like, it's not going to make people want to come back and see you compete either.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. It's being able to combine. The defensive jiu-jitsu works very good when you use it as a base to be able to attack.
Yeah. He needs to defend and get to somewhere that he can start working, whether that's standing or wherever, but having your back and being on your knees in that is not doing it.
Jack is going to need a submission at this point, and, you know, he's got to fight pretty hard. We haven't seen anything from him so far that would suggest that he has the ability to get to a position where he can submit on Franck. So he's going to have to really change up the game in the last 90 seconds here. Franck, on the other hand, he knows that he's winning. He doesn't really need to do anything. He can continue to, you know, play around in the grip fight and get a takedown, you know.
Yeah, he's used that arm drag, this position that he's done several times now.
Back on
really punching that that overhook in now. You know, maybe that little bit of frustration is coming out. Franck pulling him onto his back this time. Wants to get him out of this turtle. Looking to hook the arms. Punching in towards the neck again.
I mean, Jack is given a good showing of the effectiveness of sort of a defensive turtle position. It's just not enough to win you a match, right?
To me, it's showing that you can be defensive in turtle, but it's not.
Yes.
To me, this is completely outside the essence of what jiu-jitsu is. You know.
A little bit of showboating there from Franck. Nothing wrong with that.
Diving on the neck. There you go, a little bit more aggression. Franck might be getting a little bit frustrated and trying to make it a little bit more
20 seconds left.
Aggressive.
Can he take this out of a inevitable judge's decision? Unlikely. 10 seconds. And we're going to see another very, very one-sided decision win here. And there we go. Another 10 minutes in the books. Franck Takoudjou with his second win on Polaris. Jack Gover giving 10 minutes on how to not get submitted, but not do too much else. But, you know, maybe that's you know, the first time that he came out to Polaris, he got caught very early.
True.
And he was going up against a really, really good competitor, and maybe that was sort of the plan. He felt that he couldn't get anything offensive. I mean, you could show 2 replays or 1 replay, and you pretty much have the whole fight here.
Yeah.
It was takedown, turtle, takedown, turtle, takedown, turtle, a couple of 1 hook in, maybe 2 hooks in on the back there. And let's throw it down for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they see it for your winner by unanimous decision, Franck Takoudjou.
A very measured, dominant performance there from Franck. And a second win on the Polaris mats. On to our next match. We have a 77-kilo no-gi match between Liam O'Brien and he is taking on Ippon Gym's Harry Fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting in the blue corner, Liam O'Brien.
First to make his walk to the mat is Liam O'Brien, fighting out of Escapology BJJ under Tom Barlow, who is no longer sitting next to me and is now down coaching his man on the mat. BJJ purple belt making his Polaris debut tonight.
And now let's welcome fighting in the red corner, Harry Fall.
And his opponent is Harry Fall, representing Ippon Gym and Para Estra UK. As you can hear from the crowd support there. A local, made his Polaris debut back on Polaris 25, where he suffered a loss and looking to get his first win tonight. In front of the home crowd, loads of support in the crowd for him. I was talking to Tom earlier, he said Liam is going to try and slow this match down and Harry is going to try and make it faster.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the welterweight division and is scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet tall, official weight 77.1 kilos. Representing Escapology BJJ from the United Kingdom, please welcome Liam O'Brien. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, official weight 75.4 kilos. Representing Ippon Gym and Parestra UK from the United Kingdom by the way of Philippines, let's welcome Harry Fall.
As I said, straight away, Harry wasting no time, pushing the pace here. Some heavy collar ties. Russian tie here
from Harry, yeah.
Some heavy attempted leg sweeps. slash kicks. Another Russian tie here. Nicely done. Shot there.
To a double, tried to come round to the back.
As expected from Tom, Harry pushing with a bit more aggression and Liam just trying to force his opponent to settle in a little bit. He's getting entries to this Russian tie quite nicely, not being able to do much with it so far. Got a little bit of an off balance in there, an inside trip.
think a jumping guillotine maybe attempt there from Harry.
Underhook, nice underhook here for O'Brien. Can he use it?
It seems to be kind of single attacks and no secondary movements.
Yeah, O'Brien looking for that underhook on his right-hand side, and Fall looking for the Russian tie.
We're 3 minutes in.
Yeah, it's going to be, in 10 seconds, we're going to go past our first round, or scoring round. For those who aren't familiar with the Polaris scoring system, each 10-minute match is broken up into 3 hypothetical rounds, where the judges, 3 judges, will score who has won each round.
A close guard pull from Harry here. I was literally just thinking, I wonder at what point we'll see a guard pull.
I mean, this is a good position here. The crooked guard that Tom was talking about earlier. He's got to watch the arm.
It's coming up nice and high, but...
Defended very early there. Nicely done. He's switching onto the leg.
Possible toe hold attempt here from Harry, but...
He abandons it. Takes top position there. That's a sweep for my money. That first round is going to be incredibly close. I'd probably make an argument that Harry took the first round based on aggression. But I don't think you could be certain in either way. No. These next 2 rounds are going to be important. Leg picked up here. Ankle, straight ankle attempt here. Belly down from Fall.
I think Liam just has his leg towards the rib cage, though. Easing out an escape.
Berimbolo attempt here from O'Brien. Fall looks like he's going to try and tie up a leg out of it. And switching it back on him, going for the back. O'Brien is defending nicely, but Fall beautiful on that back take. He's got his chest to the back, hands connected.
And Harry's done a great job here of getting underneath the hips, which is really stopping Liam from being able to turn back. Like, Liam really wants to turn into that turtle. Securing that second hook.
Second hook comes in. This is big. The crowd appreciates it. Into the body triangle. He's falling to the underhook side.
Are we going to see our first submission of the night? We have 4 minutes 30 left.
We had one submission first.
We have
coming from the other Ippon athlete. He's going for the smother here, just over the mouth. You need to cover the nose as well. One of my favorite submissions at the moment, the smother. Almost shrugged off of the back, is unable to complete it.
And what's the difference between, like, because I've heard that's the muffler.
Yeah, same
Is it the same thing?
Yeah, same thing.
So the smother isn't like chest over.
I think it's just stopping the person
over the mouth. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, submitting the person by stopping them taking in air, opposed to closing up any part of their neck. And it's a legitimate submission. You can put people out with that.
Harry's done a really good job of trapping this arm. I would really like to go behind the back with that foot.
Well, I wonder whether he's going to switch into a triangle or armbar from here. He's still going for that, the muffler or smother, whatever you want to call it. He sinks the hand underneath the neck. He connects the second hand. He's got that pressure. 2 hands defending there. Nicely done. In the final second there to defend against that. And talking of final seconds, we're going into the 3rd and final round, and there's no doubt the second round is incredibly dominant for Harry Fall. He sunk that wrist underneath the neck. He's going to go for the one-handed finish. This is my preferred method of finishing. You keep the second defensive hand away. And now there's going to be a race to see if he can connect the hands, and he's unable to do so. But Liam O'Brien just unable to escape the back position and unable to stop this relentless chain of attacks on the neck. Smother again. Traps the arm, beautiful.
Okay, this...
For me, one of the issues with this is that he's just a little high up the body. He's managed to scoot a little bit lower down now. He's locked off. He's got one hand defending. He's got the chin on the inside. He could choke straight through the face here. Oh, the pressure's going on. He's going for it. And there's the tap.
The submission. The crowd goes wild.
Beautiful performance. 3.5 minutes of stand-up, jostling for position. As soon as the first round was over, he pulls guard and then he dominates. And you can see how much it means to him to pick up the win tonight. Hugs with his teammates, with his coach, Jeff Lawson, in front of the home crowd. What a moment for this young man. Vanessa, talk me through these replays.
Okay, so we had quite a lot of back and forth with foot sweeps, but then Harry managed to get to the closed guard. We saw a nice armbar attempt, which Liam escaped really, really well. And then just back attack after back attack in the last few minutes. And Harry securing the win with a beautiful submission from the back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Harry Hall.
When you fight for a position and you've cleared that position, you shout the word reorg. And you all come together in all-round defence. No matter what's just happened, like good or bad, you move forward with a positive mindset.
Reorg to me is about belonging and helping people that are in a bad place to get to a better place through shared hardship, you know, on the mats and off the mats.
And that was it for me. That was like, that's it. Reorg. We're going to come together and we're going to move forward using jiu-jitsu to a better place.
Passing on, I think, knowledge and experience to people that need it and helping as many people as we can.
Straight on to our next match tonight, which is going to be Henry Pike taking on 10th Planet's Gavin Stewart.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting in the blue corner, Henry Pike.
First making his way to the mat is Henry Pike, representing VS, BJJ and Gym 01. got his black belt in BJJ in July, and making this his black belt debut and Polaris debut. It's quite a way to make your first match as a black belt on the big stage here tonight on Polaris.
And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, Gavin Stewart.
And his opponent tonight, Gavin Stewart, representing 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Banbury, head coach at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Banbury. Making his second appearance on Polaris, debuted back on Polaris 22. He wasn't able to get the win there tonight, and you better believe he is coming for that first Polaris victory here tonight.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 80.5 kilos. Representing VSBJJ and Gym 01 from the United Kingdom, please welcome Andrej Pike. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 81 kilos. Representing 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Banbury from the United Kingdom, let's welcome Gavin Stewart.
This match is brought to you by Warrior, creators of the world's tastiest protein bar. Try Warrior Crunch today.
Oh, a little bit of an eye poke in literally the first 5 seconds.
Welcome to the black belt division.
Yeah, first outing as a black belt. You won't be needing both of these. One thing that always blows my mind when you see guys get properly like punched with a finger in the eye and they go like knuckle deep in the UFC.
Oh, yeah.
And then they like shake their head for three seconds and they start again. Like, if I get gently grazed in the eye, I'm out for about 20 minutes. And we're back to the action. This might be battle of the most coordinated rash guard shorts combination.
They are black belts, Daniel. You know.
It's even down to the ankle tape though for Gavin, which is like, that's impressive coordination.
Mate, if 10th Planet know nothing else, it's style. It's a unique style.
Yeah,
but it's a style.
The 10th Planet style.
10th Planet style.
Lot of grip fighting, the modern meta of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. It's grip fight until they get tired, right?
Yeah, and then someone will pull guard.
There's the guard pull into half guard. Hey, this is 10th Planet.
Are we going to see straight lockdown?
Planet. This is 10th Planet we're playing with. Expect the unexpected.
I mean, 10th Planet and half guard is
the most
kind of synonymous, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see if he's going to go straight lockdown too. Pummeling for those underhooks.
Like I do find that astonishing from like my style of jiu-jitsu. I do not want to be on my back.
In half
In
guard?
a half guard, absolutely not.
No.
More a half butterfly guy. What?
I was just amazed that you knew the name of a guard.
Well, I don't. It's just half.
It's
of
just
a normal
half
guard.
of your normal guard game.
I've commentated about 20 Polarises. You know the name of a guard? Yeah. Thanks, Tom Barlow. Pick something up in my time with you.
So
Okay.
here
Oh,
looks-
I'm pleased.
Looks like Henry could possibly come through to the mount, but Gavin.
That was a nice little
frames
frame at the
off.
top,
Yeah.
exact right moment there.
And now he's in on this arm.
See, this is one of my favourite sweeps, actually. I love the shoulder crunch, and I like setting it up from the half guard position because the person gives
Oh,
you...
no.
I mean, that is not the way to do that.
Do you normally do it with a half butterfly?
No, I start in half guard, and they allow you to bring their chest close enough that you can set up the shoulder crunch, and then you go half butterfly and sweep.
I would say I really enjoy the shoulder crunch as well.
Until
I
someone
enjoy
does
a
it to
warrior
me.
crunch.
A warrior crunch, there you go.
Nice.
Wrist control here.
Yeah.
Is he going to step over?
He's a bit too low down, it looks like, to really
He
get
is,
that
yeah.
triangle.
But
And,
I think, is the other arm around? No, it's not. It's in front.
yeah, I mean, Gavin's been quite disciplined with his elbow position. He could potentially give up the back, or he could create the space here to turn back inside.
Got to watch the Americana here.
Yeah.
He's digging for it.
Again, reaching over though is not going to make. Is going to essentially give up the pass when he does that.
Gavin manages to pick up three-quarter mount, and Henry does a great job of passing with a knee cut on the far side with it.
Yeah, Gavin just smashing those knees down over the frames, looking to isolate the arm. It looks like and trap it between his legs. Yeah, into that three-quarter mount position again, looking to isolate the arm. Using that kind of half Nelson position. I know you use that as well, right, Dan? I use that all the time.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
It's great.
Yeah, you get your fist in there and
Yeah,
start
and
to
just
get
punch
torque on
it.
the neck. Yeah.
All kinds of fun things from there.
Into the shoulder crunch again. In order to get the position, if he wants to go for it, he's got to get on his side a little bit more. He needs that hip mobility to get that left foot on the inside, try and create a little bit of space whilst keeping his opponent sort of stretched out and pressured and heavy through that shoulder crunch.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Henry's position, I
Far
know.
side Kimura here
Yeah,
attempt.
he's trying it.
Got it locked in. Oh,
We could get it out here.
oh, that
Henry-
looks quite tight, you know. A
Yeah.
big reaction from Pike on top, and the hand slipping out there. Oh, this is tight. This is tight.
Yeah, needs to
He uses it
reconnect
to
it
get
to his
top
body.
position.
Slips
Nice
out.
job. On the guillotine.
That's the first bit of really offensive work we've seen from Stewart there. Restarting in the guillotine position, which
Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised with.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I think Henry will just shake it off, yeah. Yeah, interesting. I was about to say, like, if we know that Gavin wants to be in that half guard position, I'm
Yeah.
not going to play that half guard. I'm not going to try and get chest to chest. I'm
Yeah.
using more outside passing to neutralize that game and control the distance in that way instead.
But at the same time, Pike has had a pretty good
Yeah,
success passing
he
the
has.
half guard early. Has he been lulled into a full sense of
I mean,
security?
it's possible, right? I mean, that Kimura was
That Kimura
it was
was-
going
was
on.
legit,
He
yeah,
did a
that
good
was
job of
legit.
defending it and re-scrambling and getting to his feet.
I expect he might feel it in the morning.
Yeah, potentially.
I mean, is there anything you guys would do differently in that defense? Because I feel like I'd want to put like way more pressure into Gavin from those.
I like to connect the
Yeah.
hands and
And then just
sort
lift
of
up, right?
Almost try and Kimura them off their Kimura.
Yeah.
Shot attempt here. Neck's picked up.
Yeah, this would be, if you can sit him on his butt, it's going to be a good position. But
Tries to switch there
Yeah.
for a DAS. Shrugged off.
nice. Henry getting him down to the ground into a good pass position. Has to be careful of a buggy choke here. I even see buggy represented on the back of Gavin's rash guard.
He was in half guard though, right?
I don't know. I think he was. I'm not sure in all honesty. I couldn't see that far leg.
Yeah.
We have the buggy master of Jacob Rodriguez coming up later
do
in the card.
indeed.
He throws them from absolutely everywhere.
Nice regain there to half. Gavin's still in this match. You've got to assume, I mean, how do we score the Kimura attempt versus, well, I no longer, I believe as of the last 2 or 3 Polarises, submissions do not score higher than positions anymore.
Yeah.
So back in the old days, we could have said potentially that submission attempt was worth more than the positional dominance from Pike. Nowadays, that's not going to be the case. So we can be pretty sure that Pike is up 2 rounds at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, I guess it comes down to when he got out of mount, got back to the half guard, and then when this period of action restarted. You can see Gavin going into that head and arm position, able to post with his hand this time, so it should be a bit more difficult for him to get thrown off. And we have got the lockdown, it looks like, as well, from Gavin Stewart, sorry. This is the most iconic 10th planet. Well, maybe.
Oh, this could be.
Yeah, he's got that electric chair.
Oh, this looks nasty.
No.
He's stretching him out here.
Yeah, nice job on Henry from pushing down on the head.
And he
may potentially give up the sweep here. You see Henry trying to force his leg through. This is not a bad position for Gavin if he can kind of bring him back over the top and maintain that lockdown.
He's going for it again. He's trying to get that stretch. He's not in as an optimal position. When you talk to real 10th planet guys, what they tell you, like, the lockdown is about torquing the knee. You know, you hear stories of Eddie Bravo wrecking people's knees just by going into the lockdown.
Yeah, when they try and pressure through.
Yeah.
It's a position that people started calling the fishnet, with that reverse kind of lockdown position.
Is this the one named after
Shane Fishman? Yeah.
Grimace on the face of Gavin Stewart here. I don't think you could accuse him of not leaving it all on the mats. He's really going for it.
I mean, Henry's legs are really twisted, like his... although he looks pretty stable on top, like...
He does. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good job of staying here. This is a bit worse for him. He's going to probably lose top position. Nice. Gavin jumping on the back and on the neck.
Oh!
Could get it. He's got it in.
5 seconds left.
I think 5 seconds left. He's looking at it.
Oh my goodness. Can we have a
Oh my goodness.
He's out. He's out. He's out. He's out.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That was insane.
He is out.
Wow.
Oh my word.
When was the bell? How long was left?
I don't know.
I thought I heard the time ago.
What happened?
How do you score that if it was...
I mean, I do not know.
He went out quick as well. Wow.
Yeah, we're going to have a look. Okay, here is the replay.
I mean, it was a great back take when he got to it.
Final
It was the
seconds.
dying seconds. I think
He's holding on here, and I would say there he's out.
Yeah.
There
When
he
that
is
hand
out.
went,
the
he's
hand
out.
moves. Oh my word.
Wow. Apparently, it was in the last 2 seconds left of the match.
Oh, I would say if that.
Yeah.
If that.
Maybe point
I mean,
two.
yeah. Crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by rear naked choke, Jed Stewart.
That is one of the craziest finishes I have commentated on. Really about to go to a decision win, undoubtedly, for the opponent. In the final seconds, he gets his first sweep of the match, gets on the neck and puts him to sleep.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this one more time.
I mean, it's really the definition of it's not over till it's over,
not
right?
over till the bell rings. There's the back take.
That's a short choke as well. He's not even going rear naked.
Wow.
He applies the force here.
Really arching into it
And
as well.
you've got to
There
be
you
talking
go.
about the last second of the match. He releases as the buzzer goes, and he is unconscious.
Crazy finish.
And our next match is going to be a women's under 58 kilo no-gi bout where B team's Taylor Ellis Hishaw takes on Gym 01's Jade Baker.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting in the blue corner, Taylor Ellis Hishaw.
Making her walk to the mats now is Taylor Ellis Hishaw, just 17 years old, competing out the B team. I mean, this young lady is one of the most exciting up-and-coming prospects in the grappling world. IMAF flyweight world champion, two-time juvenile no-gi world champion. Huge prospect, making her Polaris debut tonight.
And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, Jade Baker.
And her opponent tonight, returning to the Polaris mats, is Jade Barker, former MMA fighter, now focusing on grappling. Made her Polaris debut back on Polaris 26. She picked up a loss, but coming here to rectify that against an incredibly game opponent down with a hometown crowd. Very aggressive style of grappling. And lots of support here for her tonight.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the bantamweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5'2". Official weight 59.4 kilos. Representing B team from the United States, please welcome Taylor Ellis Hishaw. And now her opponent in the red corner. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall, official weight 58.1 kilos. Representing Vito Shaolin PJJ from the United Kingdom, let's welcome Jade Barker.
And we are off. Grip phone. Beautiful throw by, straight to the back here. Big mat return.
Wow.
Straight into that gift wrap position as well, it looks like.
No messing
going
about
for the single arm wrap.
When I said she was one to watch out for, I meant it. Jade trying to get those defensive frames in early. The two main attacks, she's going to try and get underneath those arms, get them up over the head, or if they come across the body, look to try and take the back.
I mean, Taylor, the way she's sat up here actually makes her hips like a little bit heavier, right? So it makes it really hard to get the frame escape.
Yeah, you can see those toes curling underneath the leg as well to prevent her being able to shimmy that foot free against the half guard.
Taylor looking so cool, calm, and collected in mount here.
Jade's slowly trying to work that foot inside. Again, it's interesting here that Taylor keeps kind of coming up and then bringing herself back down again. You know, she's
switching into the triangle almost.
Bit of a loose position there, and give Jade plenty of space to escape there. Nicely done.
But now smash straight through.
Side control.
Pass like nothing there, straight in the side. Jade's going to try and wrestle up here. Exposes the back.
Yeah, got the first hook, got the second hook. Stretched out.
Flattened out, and there's the tap.
There's the tap.
Wow.
Beautiful performance by Taylor.
Yeah.
In a sub.
Under
in
2 minutes, yeah.
This is, like I said, one of the biggest female prospects in the grappling game. An incredibly, almost faultless debut on Polaris.
Stunning takedown. Coming straight over, dominant through, out. Take this back, sorry.
It looked like the submission here was purely the hip pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, squashing the chicken.
Yeah, squashing the chicken.
Is that what it's called?
No. Yes. Sorry, I'm not taking it.
Listen, I heard it from my wife, we got it from Andrej Gavin. Like, what can we do?
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Taylor Ellis Hishaw.
Easy work for the B team athlete. I hope we get to see her back on Polaris again soon, because what an impressive performance that was.
Incredible.
We are straight on to our next no-gi bout. Under 92 kilos, we have Jordan Kirk taking on Mario Saeed.
Let's welcome, fighting in the blue corner, Jordan Kirk.
Making his Polaris debut tonight is Jordan Kirk, head coach at Elite Jiu-Jitsu Somerset. No stranger to the big shows, he's picked up a win on Grapplefest and is very active on the UK competition scene.
And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, Mario Saeed.
And his opponent tonight is Rude Boy Mario Saeed, representing Trojan Free Fighters Bristol, former professional MMA fighter, 13-6 in pro MMA. Now spending most of his time focusing on coaching at Trojan Free Fighters in Bristol.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in light heavyweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 91.9 kilos. Representing Elite Jiu-Jitsu Somerset from the United Kingdom, please welcome Jordan Kirk. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 91.6 kilos. Representing Trojan Free Fighters Bristol. From Kurdistan, let's welcome Mario Saeed.
Polaris is sponsored by Timex. A Timex on your wrist is a reminder that time belongs to you.
I love being reminded that time belongs to me. Expect a very wrestling-heavy game plan from Saeed.
Yeah, I mean, Trojan were one of the top MMA teams for a very long time in the UK, producing a lot of very good MMA fighters, often fighting out in Japan. James Thompson being somebody who I'm pretty sure was one of their big guys. But they had a very good wrestling program as well.
I mean, he's literally a big guy.
Yeah, he is a huge, huge guy.
Who I think competed in grappling in the last year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Interesting. I know back in the day he did a couple of the ADCC trials and stuff like that.
Interesting to see whether Jordan would consider a guard pull at any point. I don't think that is something that is possibly even in the vocabulary of Mario Saeed. He is going to be looking to win these grappling exchanges, stand in and try to get to top position.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing some good off-balancing with those foot sweeps coming off the collar ties. Mario pulling guard. Interesting. And Mario inverting towards the legs. Does have to be careful of this arm that's getting isolated away.
There.
Into half guard. Giving up on that arm is Jordan.
Fair play. Got to respect Mario for really going for it with the guard pull there. He's in a half guard position. His butterfly was looking nice a little bit there, but Jordan just managed to do a great job of getting chest-to-chest connection very high. He goes for a sweep there, but then bridging, loses that half guard position and finds himself under side control, straight into mount for Jordan Kirk.
That underhook of Jordan's is doing a great job of holding him in position and preventing Mario's bridges.
Now, you can tell by the hand position of Mario, there's only one style of mount escape he's looking to go to, and that's trying to bridge his way out of it with the size and strength that he has. There's a good chance that he can do that, but you've also got to expect Jordan to be very much expecting that and going to be balancing himself accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, if Jordan can get those arms up a little bit higher, he can start to work that smother. And those explosions are going to be super tiring for Mario.
This is the thing. If I'm Jordan, I am just, I'm waiting in this position. Hold on as long as you can, as tight as you want.
Yeah, he's getting this single arm wrap. Yeah, he's got that single arm wrap. This is going to be smothering Mario. You know, he probably won't get the submission from it, but it makes it hard for him to breathe. He can't use the power of his hips in the same way anymore.
And if I'm Jordan, I'd look to pick up that second arm after a little while.
Yeah, you can see Mario maybe panicking a little bit under there as well. You know, with the rash guard, if the rash guard is sweaty, it's a bit like being waterboarded when someone gets to this position. And Jordan inching it up higher and higher and higher. Yeah, he's looking to switch off towards that arm triangle. I think he should go immediately back to that single arm wrap and then, as Dan said, scoop up that other arm as well and really make it a hellish experience for Mario.
I think it's quite common to see MMA fighters go for that wrap around.
Yeah. Because you've got to imagine the priority when you're underneath mount is simply not to get hit. It's not to get hit.
Yeah.
And the thing that MMA fighters do very well is, interesting, a dismount there for Jordan.
Really interesting.
Very interesting, because the position from mount there looks so dominant.
Yeah.
What MMA fighters tend to do, they don't have the repertoire of technique, so to speak, that pure grapplers have. But what they do, they do very, very well. It's usually the basics. They do it well. The timing is impeccable, and also they have the physicality that very often pure grapplers don't have. They have the explosiveness. They have the power.
Yeah, Jordan looks like he's setting up an armbar or potentially a
Far-side
Kimura
armbar
here.
here,
He's isolated that arm, which is making it hard for Mario to defend it.
And he's just
slowly grinching around. If Mario turns on his side, then that's going to expose the Kimura grip.
Yeah.
He might even lock up a triangle if he can maneuver. If he can move this leg to the other side of it.
He's slowly breaking that grip. You usually see he drove through with that leg.
Look, he's trying to pick up the...
Yeah, he's looking for the head, reverse triangle position.
I mean,
straight armbar here on that arm. He's applying the pressure. You can see a grimace on the face of Mario. He escapes.
But giving up the back, just stopping him turtle.
He can't wait there in that position. He's got to move here.
Yeah. I will say, every time I fought MMA fighters, their grit of like getting out of submissions is incredibly good.
Yeah.
Very tough. Very tough to submit.
Might see a... Oh, I thought we were going to see a Suliev stretch for a second.
Is he trying to squash the chicken here, is he?
Well, look, now he is. You see him marching through.
And he's got that pressure going through the shoulder as well, trying to torque the shoulder from this belly down position.
I don't think he's going to get the submission, but it's going to wear Mario out.
Kirk smiling and nodding to the crowd here. He's going for the finish.
Oh.
He's trying to get this.
Yeah. Mario's just eating that as well. He'll be nice and flexible afterwards.
Yeah.
Digging underneath the neck now. Jordan should try and sit off and retake the back here. Is that actually a much better position here for Mario if he can start shaking him around the side.
I mean, it's all one-way traffic. Jordan Kirk looking impeccable on his Polaris debut.
Yeah.
Again, going for a stretch
him
here.
out. Oh, going behind that neck. That's putting tons of pressure on the shoulder.
Expect to see, are we going to see a switch into the straight jacket here?
No, I mean, it looks like he's trying to get that body triangle, but the
Go on, say it.
Well, the girth.
Yeah, I knew you didn't want to say girth.
Well, I was trying to think of a better word, but girth is what we're going with.
Girth is the perfect description of what you're trying to refer to here.
Yeah.
Go on, say the full sentence, Tom.
The girth
of what?
Of Mario.
Sorry, what?
Mario's waist.
Mario's what?
It just makes it difficult to get that traditional body triangle. So he's gone for the one in the middle.
Boys do thick.
Now he's got that arm trapped. Working that smother again, disrupting the breathing. Mario just peeling it off. He's mixing between the two, peeling and then driving underneath the neck.
Yeah.
You can tell Mario's super uncomfortable in there.
Yeah. I mean,
like, he's not happy.
Mario's been super uncomfortable since this match went to the ground. I mean, like, legitimately, Jordan has been so savage with everything that he's done at every moment.
It looks like he might be digging under the neck now. Switching those hands off nicely.
But again, you've got to hand it to the grit and toughness of Mario Saeed. He is not letting up at all. He's got no quit in him.
Man, when you got nearly 20 MMA fights or whatever it is, 19 MMA fights, this is nothing. Like, there's no gloves, there's no Velcro.
Yeah. You're not getting punched in the head.
Yeah, no one's punching you in the head. Nice, switch off to the
into
triangle.
A triangle there, and
Mario now. Can he keep him down? Are we going to see a crazy finish like our last match?
I now think that anything can happen.
Has Mario got it in him? Keep him. Oh!
I saw it. Oh!
Mario shooting in.
I saw a little forward motion of the hips there. I thought he was going to jump a triangle, right?
Yeah.
I think anything could happen right now.
Mario getting physical here. Like, he wants this back.
Mario undoubtedly going to need a submission to win this match at this point. But honestly, considering the positions he's found himself in, the fact that he hasn't been submitted yet is almost remarkable.
Do you think he's going to pull guard again, Dan?
I don't think he'll be pull guard again. I think that did not go well for him the first time.
That is not what he expected.
Oh, nice double underhook position there for Jordan.
And almost taking out the cameraman as well.
You can tell, Mario is looking pretty tired now.
He almost looked like he was going to go for like a Aoki-style armbar there. Just a minute 20 here.
Hey, he did try the Aoki. Yeah.
So when we talk about the
Gatami, I think it's called.
The Aoki lock, we talk about just trying to break someone's arm standing, really. Or the Orlando Sanchez, Sean Strickland. Sort of a standing Mearlock. God, there's a lot of fighter references there.
Oh, Mario, very slow shot, yeah.
Quite a slow reaction there from Jordan.
I think Jordan's just kind of happy to pummel, stay on the feet.
Yep.
You know.
I mean, he's done absolutely plenty for this win. Got to hand it to Mario. Incredible toughness, but a fantastic performance from Jordan.
Yep.
I mean, he looks so dominant. Really, really nice work. I think many a lesser man he would have submitted on multiple occasions just from the positions that he was in.
Yeah. Let's see if... Nice little attempt at the foot sweep, pulling him around the corner.
15 seconds left. These guys are leaving it all
the crowd's
on the
cheering him on. The crowd wants one of those big takedowns. There you go, Mario thinking about it.
He's
driving through into the front headlock. Cradle. Oh, nice work.
And there you go. There you go, 10 minutes between Jordan Kirk and Mario Saeed. A fantastic performance by Jordan in his Polaris debut, undoubtedly picking up the decision victory.
Yeah, but honestly, good on Mario for pulling guard, man, and bringing it down to the mat, trying to play his game.
Bring it to the mat. He
awesome.
suffered for it.
Yep.
But man, the grit, the toughness, impressive stuff.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
And appreciation in the crowd for a really nice match there. Both of these guys leaving it all on the mats. We will throw it down. But some replays first.
Yeah, I mean, this was that switch off where he started to like, this is where he initially mounted.
And he was nasty.
Yeah.
Jordan was nasty with everything, which I absolutely love. He was nasty from mount, he was nasty on the limbs, he was nasty from the back. He goes for a finish here, he tries to throw the leg over into a triangle from the back, and that's what gave Mario the opportunity to get back up and wrestle for the last minute or so. We'll throw it down now for the judges to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they see it for your winner by unanimous decision, Jordan Kirk.
I just got second place actually, and I feel good. I was training just less than 2 months for this tournament. So so my schedule of the year was kind of like this, like a back and forth in the gi and no gi, and now we're gonna back to the gi again. So. I think we have the facility to kind of to do both at the same time, and then it's kind of it's pretty easy. You just have to get used to a couple days, couple weeks, and that's it, and we're ready to go. Yeah, always when we have a couple super fights coming up, and then Professor Guy, he always separate us off the group, and then they try to mix with a lot of people, and then it's kind of a specific training for us who's gonna compete in super fights, stuff like that. No, I follow him in the ADCC, and then now we're gonna face each other on the gi. I think I never saw him compete in the gi, so I think it's gonna be fun actually. And then I'm not gonna change nothing, just keep doing what I'm doing now, and then yeah, be ready for the for this September 7th. Like this is my first time competing in the Polaris stage, and then, man, I think like so far that I saw already from the Polaris, they have been doing a lot of good work with a lot of good athletes. They put in a lot of good guys on the same stage, and then I think this is kind of like a push you more to want to be like to compete on that stage, you know. And then I think we have been talking like a couple times already, and then we never couldn't find any chance to compete. And then now so now it feels not like this time it's not gonna be like happen anymore. So let's make it happen. And then they try to find like a lot of good guys, and then actually accept. So like this will be fun, you know. Like yeah, it's like it's a good experience, and I want to compete like in Polaris like a long time ago, so now this is the time.
Yeah, I think this competition is probably the biggest grappling competition that we've had here at SBG. One of Ireland's best in Mohammed. He's won a lot of tournaments here. Narius has put him into adult divisions when he was still a teen, and he was going against all different belts, even when he was only a blue belt. And he's going against a fantastic competitor, somebody known worldwide, somebody who's competed in on the biggest stages. And Polaris, I love that event, a great show. They've had some of the biggest names in grappling come all the way over to the UK. And to have this opportunity, I would say thank you very much to those guys. And we're going to grab it with both hands. Credit where it's due, it's Narius that's doing most of the work with Mo. He's been putting him through a pretty tough training camp. And we're excited to see him go against one of the best in the world. Again, credit where it's due with Narius. Narius is a big, strong guy, but he has an amazing flowy game, somewhat reminiscent of Gunnar Nelson and players like that. And Mo has definitely adopted that style. It's probably a little bit throw people off that when you look at Mo, he looks like he's going to use a lot of strength. He's very, very fluid, very, very relaxed, comfortable in all positions, very hard to get flustered. I think that's what made him get so good so fast, which reminded me a lot of Gunnar Nelson. Just this ability to stay calm, stay comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And excited to see how his game stands up going against one of the best in the world.
Okay, we're back with you for some more action. Our next match is going to be a 77 kilo no-gi bout where Archer Colaco takes on Luiz Finocchio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome fighting out of the blue corner, Archer Colaco.
Archer Colaco, just 21 years old, representing Great Britain top team. Second time on Polaris, competed back on Polaris 26 where he dropped a decision to Franck Takoudjou, who we saw earlier tonight. Obviously Franck is such a legit competitor, no shame in losing to him. Very late notice replacement here. Unfortunately, the original opponent for Luiz was Ollie Webb, who picked up an injury. It's great to see Archer back on Polaris. He is a dynamic, exciting, very active competitor on the UK scene, and I think this makes for a great matchup.
And now let's welcome fighting in the red corner, Luiz Finocchio.
And his opponent tonight, highly experienced on the Polaris mats, representing Roger Gracie, is Luiz Finocchio. Incredibly experienced competitor, both in tournaments and in super fights. We've seen him on multiple times on Polaris, lots of support from the home crowd. He's picked up wins on Polaris 19 against Ben Robson and on Polaris 26 against Nathan Johnson.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the welterweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 77 kilos. Representing Great Britain top team from the United Kingdom, please welcome Archer Colaco. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 77 kilos. Representing Roger Gracie from Brazil by way of Bournemouth, let's welcome Luiz Finocchio.
Youth versus experience here tonight. Archer Colaco, Luiz Finocchio.
Polaris is sponsored by the UK BJJA, the national governing body for UK BJJ, and driving progress and opportunities in all areas of UK Jiu-Jitsu.
Thank you, Tom.
My pleasure.
Single leg early for Luiz.
You would expect coming out of somewhere like a British top team that Archer would have good wrestling defense. But Luiz doing a great job of getting him down.
Oh, straight into a potential isolation on this arm here. He's got a Kimura grip.
Yeah, nice positioning.
Looks like he's going to try and switch, possibly to take the back off of this. But he's so high, I think he's going to switch instead to a triangle or try and get that arm. But the power of Archer there, just able to get enough upward lift to get that arm out of danger.
Yeah, I mean, he's still in a little bit of danger if Luiz can get the separation.
And you can see the look on his face, just...
Luiz spinning through, nice adjustment to the back.
How did they end up here so early? I mean, absolute slick grappling from Finocchio, which is exactly what we've come to expect from him.
He had a really nice control on the hand just a second ago as well. I'm surprised he didn't use that to trap the arm.
On the back, switching with the legs. Inside body triangle now. And just pressuring heavy into mount. And Colaco not really given a chance to breathe so far in this match. High position into the armbar.
Nice. Looks like he might have it.
I mean, this is about as good as it gets, and there's the tap.
The trap. Again, in under 2 minutes. That was fantastic.
That is some of the best jiu-jitsu you could see in 2 minutes for my money. Absolutely flawless from the very second the bell went. takedown, positional control, submission threats, armbar finish within a couple of minutes. Incredible work there from Luiz Finocchio.
Yeah,
at 35 years old, he's still got it.
It gives us hope.
It does give us hope. And his opponent, Archer Colaco, there, looking like he's not in a great way. Hopefully, of course, is not too badly injured. But it does look like that arm might be a little worse for wear. Yeah, he's not happy with that. And, you know, it's a tough one. You got to hand it to Colaco. You know, picked up this match against a a massive step up in competition on the grappling scene here on very last minute notice.
That was a beautiful single leg as well. With the leg down. And this transition was lovely. Using the Kimura grip.
Threat in the back, switch back to the arm.
Yeah, I mean, he held his body triangle, moved up high, went into that traditional S-mount position, leg over the top. And it just looks like Colaco held out for too long.
Yes, yes, he did. Just too long.
Bend.
Yeah, well, we wish Archer Colaco a speedy recovery. And hopefully that injury is not too bad.
Yeah.
One more time. Let's see that finish.
Yeah.
He comes high, mount position, frames, pushes off, gives the arm.
And then it's there as it goes over the side. You can see it. Luiz pushes his hand to the pocket, and then we get the submission.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
That was very nasty on the arm there. I'm not surprised he's nursing that. But we wish him a speedy recovery. We'll send it down to make it official. Your winner tonight, Luiz Finocchio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to an armbar, Luiz Finocchio.
Next up, we have the big boys, a 95 kilo no-gi match. Andy Manzolo taking on Justin Moore.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting the blue corner, Justin Moore.
First to make his walk to the mat is Justin Moore, representing Guerrilla Fight Team and Ippon Power Estra. Professional MMA record of 10-6. We've seen him on Polaris twice before. Got his debut, the Finley Nixon, but picked up a great submission win on his last outing at Polaris 26. He had a great match. You guys remember, submissions flying in both directions.
And now let's welcome, fighting the red corner, Andrej Manzolo.
And his opponent tonight,
let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the heavyweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet tall, official weight 94.8 kilos. Representing Guerrilla Fight Team and Ipan Palestra from the United Kingdom, please welcome Justin Moore. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 94.8 kilos. Representing Predators MMA from Estonia, let's welcome Andrej Manzolo.
Polaris is sponsored by Reorg. Reorg work with retired military, police and emergency service personnel suffering PTSD by introducing them to Jiu-Jitsu.
Justin Moore coming in very, very aggressive. And he sort of just accepts the back position here. I mean, some heavy hands early. I have to remind Justin that this is a grappling bout. He might be getting a little bit of
nice
deja
pass,
vu
just
from when he
stepping
fought
around.
him in MMA, but nope, no striking here if possible tonight.
There's a nice little step over the butterfly hook there.
Looking for that Kimura grip, transitioning around to the back. Gets that first hook in already.
Wow.
Gets the second hook.
On the back already is Justin Moore.
Squashing that chicken.
Yep. There we go. Manzolo trying to spin out of it.
Remember, it was Andy who submitted Justin with a rear naked choke way back in 2018, and he might be repaying the favor here. No love lost in the grappling there, as Justin being about as nasty as you're legally allowed to be in a jiu-jitsu match, I'd say.
Looks like he might be punching through for kind of an arm triangle position here. You see Andy recognizing it and grabbing the hand, switching back to the gift wrap.
Yeah, he's going to try and set up a... I mean, it's going to be difficult to get from this position because Andy's wrist is so close to the neck. Trying to now pick up behind the tricep for a back take here. All one-way traffic so far. First couple of minutes of this match is. I wonder if we're going to see Andy get into this a little bit more. Weather the early storm.
Nice. Good recovery there from Andy. Needs to be a bit more disciplined with his guard. He can't have those feet down on the ground if he's going to be on his back.
You know, there is a big difference between grappling and MMA, where you can use strikes to set stuff up, and pure grappling. Justin has more experience in the latter, and so far that is showing. Quarter guard position. Digging for this underhook, going to get chest to chest.
Yeah.
It's like half belly, half chest.
Yeah, slowly working that that underhook up higher.
Tries to do a big back step there, and
switching out to the leg on the other far side.
Okay, Manzolo back to the feet now. He's got a little bit of catching up to do. First round goes to Moore. And again, Moore super heavy with those collar ties. Oh, beautiful attempt on a, or nice attempt on a fireman's carry there, but lets go of the other arm, meaning that you almost just pull guard there.
Nice little step around again, using the Turiando hip knee. Justin trying again to get chest to chest.
There's an opportunity here for Andy to get underneath.
Yeah, I mean, Justin's doing great movement on top. You know, he's not just trying to use that pressure, he's actually using some of his mobility. Losing top position potentially. Andy's in a great position using that body lock and trying to knee tap that far side. Ducks out to the back.
In a good position for the first time. He's got to watch this Kimura, though.
Yeah, the Sakuraba Kimura,
The Sakuraba Kimura. We saw it try to utilize plenty in one of the earlier matches, Jack Gover and Franck Takoudjou.
If I remember correctly, Sakuraba normally had the shin between the two to create a little bit of space and start to utilize it.
He's released that now. I wonder whether we've seen Justin sort of
nice
with that early onslaught, and has got a little bit tired here.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost a complete reversal of where we're at. Yeah.
I mean, he's lost the foot here, but he gets it back on the inside. Andy now trying to get some pressure.
Nice, Justin almost spinning him around and using that.
I'm quite impressed with Andy's ability to stay on the back here. On a couple of occasions, Justin's done sort of exactly what you need to do. And you're almost thinking, oh, he's definitely lost the back position, and he managed to stay on there.
I thought the same. I wanted Andy to come underneath the arms, under both arms. You know, when the person's head is down and they're
nice little slip,
TP'd up.
There you go. And Andy just accepting the back position without, I mean, just not common for grapplers to accept the back position. Sorry, for MMA fighters to accept a back position like that. And now it's Justin who switches to the back now.
And then back into the mount again. Wow, interesting. That's a
very interesting.
That was kind of all in that second period. Nice. Justin coming back to that front headlock position again. It looks like he might be attempting a guillotine. Andy just kind of shrugging it off. Using it to turn him over. Nice little slip out the back, though, from Andy.
Got those hands connected.
Yeah.
Nice whizzer for Moore to stop that. Oh, but he's giving it up. Are we going to see Andy try and come out that back? Nope, he gives up that position.
I think that was a good decision. He was getting very exposed for the knee driving through to the quarter mount.
Shoulder crunch possibly here, but very slippery.
Yeah. Well, nice awareness from Justin as well, just slipping his arm out.
Andy's looking tired. 3 minutes left. We're just crossed into the third and final round. First round, no doubt more. Second round, possibly
I don't know,
Andy, second round.
Oh, what?
Oh, he wants him to stand up. He wants him to stand up. He's not happy with the guard pull. Oh no, I'm not sure what that was about.
I think they were trying to reset to the same position, and he wasn't like that deep in the pass. Nice, Andy just using those shins, passing side to side, high stepping out. Nice, going towards north-south.
And he's going to try and wrestle up here. He's got to be careful of that front head control.
Justin looking for that, potentially for that guillotine chin strap position again. Using it to switch off to the back. Oh, digging that arm under the face.
Like I said, he is he has found the line between what you're allowed to do in a grappling match, and he is treading it with precision.
Nice, sprawling out hard now.
And he slips one of those hooks and turns in.
Yeah, Andy's looking a little bit tired, though. He's not really getting back anywhere he can do anything from. Even this position right now, Justin's still in a great position on top. Just trying to stretch him out, smother him. Potentially, he needs to be careful he doesn't give up the top position, though. Because now Andy does have those underhooks and can come up to his knees, which he did last time, and then that led to the back take. But it's whether Andy has enough in the tank.
I mean, if Andy can get to the back position again in this last round,
he
can take this.
He's trying to pick that ankle.
There
now he gives it.
It's a strange switching of momentum here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a minute and a half. Top side control now.
Yeah, look, almost giving up the back again as Justin gets
there
the
you go, step over. Both hooks in. This is a legitimate position.
Yeah, this is a good position for him. Oh, just
slipping off here. But he manages that. This is what he did well before. He manages to get back to the position. Palm the palm.
Yeah, he has the short.
Is he underneath the neck? Palm the palm.
Possibly.
Is he applying this?
No, he switched it off.
But if he stays on the back for the remainder of this round,
I think he can win it.
He could win this match.
Yeah. Steps off.
Now it's Moore looking very tired.
Yeah.
50 seconds left. Half Nelson position, trying to create some openings. He switches to an armbar.
Nice. No. Gives it up. And Justin's on the back. Punching those hooks in again. Back
to butterfly guard here for Manzolo.
Yeah.
Double underhooks. Quite a nice position here. If he can stretch him out with the lower body, he can hit a really nice sweep here. For my money, there's everything to play for.
Yeah, this is I mean, man, I'm very happy I'm not a judge at this point, right?
Shoulder crunch attempt here by Manzolo.
Pulling the arm through, could give up the pass. Recovers. Justin doing a wise choice of just pushing him back to the ground.
10 seconds left.
Here's the half butterfly for you, Dan.
There's the half butterfly.
Using it to elevate over the top. Oh!
Almost sweeping.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great match. Great match, back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know which way I would call this.
No. I mean, yeah, that was, it was so back and forth.
It was so back and forth. And I think when you factor in the actual rounds, this could go either way. I would not be surprised.
Yeah. I definitely think that Justin got round one.
Round one,
yes,
definitely.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And then it just comes out
I think it's very possible that Manzolo picked up round 2 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, this is round 1,
this
right?
Is very early
on the back, digging it. This was that attempted fireman's carry. Almost gave up. Well, came close to taking the back again. But then, here we had Andy attacking the back, doing a great job of sticking to it.
And he did that in the second and third round.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that he probably had the better positions in those 2 rounds. But I guess how long did he hold them for? All of that kind of stuff is going to come into play.
Let's leave it to the judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they see it for your winner by split decision, Justin Moore.
Justin Moore picks up the decision there. It was as close as we thought. It was a split decision. One of our 3 judges thought that Andy won that, and I think either direction that went, you could not complain. It really came down to probably the most dominant position versus time spent in a dominant position.
Exactly, yeah.
And I don't think you can argue too much. It really was almost too close to call.
Yeah, really fun, exciting match
fun
again.
Back and forth there.
Really good.
We are fully kit out the gym with the best match you've ever seen. Completely upgraded the mat space by about 20 times. Absolutely outdone themselves with everything that they've done. A sprung floor with like best match you can get, Zebra. It's unbelievable what they've done. Honestly, like I've never walked on a mat that's like this before. I cannot wait to watch the reactions of all the fight team as they come in and see it for the first time.
Lad, this is it.
It's really special, isn't it?
Sound, isn't it?
The biggest moment of our whole gym's life was at that night for us all.
Can't wait to train on them now.
Okay, it is time for our co-main event of our prelims. We have two old-school UK BJJ legends in Andy Roberts taking on Yousuf Nabi.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting in the blue corner, Andy Roberts.
First making the walk to the Polaris mats is one of the OGs of UK BJJ. It is Andy Roberts, representing Andy Roberts BJJ and Roger Gracie. A black belt under Roger Gracie. Made his Polaris debut way back on Polaris 10, where he dropped a decision with Jeff Lawson. Returned to the Polaris stage at Polaris 25, picking up a quick and impressive submission win. Great to see him back, taking on a proper Polaris veteran in Yousuf Nabi.
And now let's welcome fighter in the red corner, Yousuf Nabi.
And his opponent making the walk is Yousuf Nabi. Runs Elements BJJ down in Brighton. We've seen him on Polaris 3 times before, currently riding a 2-match winning streak, defeating Dan Pecan and Matt Inman in his last 2 Polaris outings. A very, very experienced, very high-level competitor, gracing the Polaris mats yet again.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 80.2 kilos. Representing Andy Roberts, BJJ, and Roger Gracie. From the United Kingdom, please welcome Andy Roberts. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 80.3 kilos. Representing Elements Jiu-Jitsu from the United Kingdom, let's welcome Yousuf Nabi.
we go, co-main event of our prelims tonight here at Polaris 29. Andy Roberts taking on Yousuf Nabi.
Polaris is sponsored by Zebra, world's leading training facility outfitter.
Our first gi match of the event.
Nope, first match. Second.
Second?
Yeah. First match. It was a
we
long
did
time
have,
ago.
sorry.
It was
a long time ago.
We have quite a few gi matches later as well, which I'm really excited about.
I believe we have the biggest ratio of gi to no gi matches at 50-50 split on the main card that we've ever had. Like for an event that wasn't pure gi, like a squads or something like that.
And there should be some really exciting matches as well.
Oh, some of the best gi guys in the world we're going to have on later tonight.
Nice. Yousuf really good in this position, working with that footlock.
Yeah, he's got to be careful about the half guard. I'm sure he's done his homework.
Yeah, he's trying to get onto it now. He's into position. He can get it. He's tapping, it looks like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was quick. Okay. Was there some confusion about the turning in, maybe?
I think Andy was trying to say that it was a rotating one, but I don't know. Without seeing a thing. Yeah, it looked like it was tight.
Okay, we'll have a replay of that, yeah.
Yeah,
on the foot straight away.
Goes to the butterfly ashi, as this one is known. And he's applying it through. To me, that's a straight footlock.
Yeah.
The foot at the heel is not outside.
Yep.
Andy turned towards the inside, and Yousuf just kept extending.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to a straight footlock, Yousuf Nabi.
I don't know exactly how fast that was, but it's got to be, what, 15, 20 seconds. Very, very quick into the match. Yousuf Nabi picks up another win on Polaris without really breaking a sweat. And it is now time for our main event of our prelims tonight. It's Claudio Brudny taking on Carson Cole.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, fighting the blue corner, Claudio Brudny.
First making his walk is Ippon's Claudio Brudny. Local lad, so lots of support from the crowd. A very last-minute replacement, stepping in just 1 day's notice to save the main event of the prelims here. Polaris veteran with 2 wins in the gi on Polaris, but then dropped his last match to Dom Dillon, taking on for my money, one of the most exciting up-and-comers in the UK in Carson Coles. But Claudio, a very, very experienced competitor in both tournaments and on the Polaris stage.
And now let's welcome, fighting the red corner, Carson Coles.
His opponent, Carson Coles, representing Roger Gracie Bristol. I don't know whether you know about these guys at Roger Gracie Bristol, but they are producing some serious talent out of there. A lot of youngsters starting to make some waves on the competition scene. We're starting to see them more and more on the Polaris stage. Carson is making his second appearance on Polaris tonight. Picked up his first win on Polaris in his debut back at Polaris 20. One to watch.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 72.6 kilos. Representing Parestra, UK. From Poland, let's welcome Claudio Brudny. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 6 feet tall, official weight 75.2 kilos. Representing Roger Gracie Bristol from the United Kingdom, let's welcome Carson Cole.
Polaris is sponsored by Timex. A Timex on your wrist is a reminder that time belongs to you.
Here we go.
Yeah, Claudio had a tough match last time, I remember, against Dominic.
Yep.
Dominic did a great job just entering into that Kimura trap. I think he finished from there as well, so I'm sure he wants to get out there and show a little bit more of his no-gi game.
Was it the comment? Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it was, yeah. He dived over to the top.
Dom has such a... of course, we're going to see Dom opening up our main card tonight. Dom has such a unique, unorthodox style. It's very, very hard to prepare for, but Claudio is an excellent grappler in his own right. But he's got a big test, a one-day last-minute replacement for against someone the level of Cole's. It's going to be tough.
Nice foot sweep.
Beautiful foot sweep.
Yeah, I mean, Coles is coming in as a slightly bigger athlete as well. Claudio, I think, normally is fighting under 70.
And I do believe more of a gi grappler.
Yeah.
Carson Cole's just 22 years old.
Oh, Claudio almost getting the little trip, the ankle pick, and coming back up on top.
Good job from Brudny to get back to the feet. I mean, you can tell quite a significant size difference between the two.
Beautiful arm drag.
Yeah, using the trip as well.
Mount, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, Claudio does a great job of getting that knee on the inside, but strong, crushing, passing pressure here. Body lock with the knee through.
Yeah, this is a great passing positioning, and Carson can kind of hold out here a little bit as well. Make it very uncomfortable for Claudio.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pass straight into, touching side control straight into the mount. But
Claudio's doing a good job of reframing though. He just needs to get that other side, the right knee back in some way, or right foot to prevent the pressure. Because Carson's pretty happy just sitting down here, closing that space, keeping heavy, tiring out Claudio. And you see him getting deeper and deeper. Nice, and now you can see that Carson's shut down most of those frames now. Claudio's just trying to hand fight, keep him from getting higher up the body. There we see the pass. Almost with that butterfly hook is almost just saving Claudio.
Claudio grabbing onto the shorts a little bit there, falling back on his instinct to grab the gi.
Yeah. Now trying to defend the knee on belly. Really good dominance here from Carson. taking his time, solidifying the position.
And I've commentated Carson a couple of times, both on Polaris and on some other grappling shows. And, you know, one thing that's very apparent, he's a very mature grappler. He doesn't grapple like a 22-year-old. He's not wild. He really takes his time. He's smart with what he's doing.
Yeah, into that head and arm position.
Back step here.
Yeah.
I mean, Claudio's staying very sticky with the legs.
Yeah.
He's you know, the guard is strong. He's making Carson work for this head and arm here. Those long arms wrapped up, and he's going to put the pressure on, and the head is ready, going red.
There's a hand coming up.
Switching to the back, and there's the tap.
Savage
Beautifully done. Using those long limbs to perfection there. Another beautiful performance from Carson Coles. You got to hand it to Claudio. He stepped in and saved this match within the last 24 hours. Let's watch this back.
This is that little foot sweep. He just beautifully tripped it out. And I mean, it really was pretty much all just one-way traffic here from Carson. Was the arm drag, using the little trip as well, and then isolated out this head and arm position.
Yeah, we
kind of made famous recently by the Rotolos.
Yes.
And obviously, you know, Carson has a similar sort of limb length to those guys.
Yeah, you and me aren't ever doing that.
I am not going to do that. Although if we did, Dan, the head might pop off.
Anyway, let's send it down to make it official for our final match in our prelims tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to an Ezekiel choke, Carson Coles.
So that is it for our prelims tonight here at Polaris 29. Hopefully we'll see you back in a little while for our main card, which is shaping up to be an absolute banger. We'll be opening with Donnelly taking on Brighton's Dom Dillon. Then we have Julian Espinosa taking on Jed Hue at his new trimmed up lighter weight. We're going to have Davis Asari taking on a last minute replacement, George Pearce. We've got Sam McNally taking on Kawabate. Tarek Hopscotch taking on Tyan Dalpra. Then we have in our co-main event, Mohamed Avtahanov taking on J-Rod, Jacob Rodriguez. And our main event tonight is Diego Pato taking on Triple C, Ash Williams.
Whoop-de-doo, he knows how to squeeze. we go to fucking war.
It's gonna be my first time fighting Polaris, an event that I've been always watching and following. Like my idols, I've always fought there.
I mean, ADCC this year was it was good. Obviously, it's a little different due to CGI being, taking a lot of the high-level guys, like big names. I think kind of missed out on, for my bracket specifically, missed out on matches with potentially Ty Rutolo and then O'Flanagan. But aside from those two names, I don't think too many other people pulled out from ADCC that I could have had really good matches with. But regardless, yeah, it was a good experience. I got one sub, and then won by points. Another match, and then I had in the semis I fought teammate Chris Wojcik. He's fucking really, really good, super high level jiu-jitsu. So match went to judge's decision. I ended up getting the win. And then in the finals had Giancarlo. This is my third goddamn time fighting this motherfucker. Third goddamn time losing. It's very frustrating. He's really good at just kind of trying to slow down the pace of a jiu-jitsu match. And we kind of have clashing styles. My whole game is like pushing the pace, pressure, all that. So, tough match to win. He's a two-time ADCC champion. Congrats to him. I'll be there next year. I have a few things that I would like to tweak, especially after ADCC. There's a few things that I want to change around, but relatively the same style. Everyone knows what I'm trying to do: take him down, pass the guard, and submit. That's always the goal. Small things that a lot of people would miss, but relatively the same. Yeah, this will be my first time doing Polaris. This will be my first time in the UK. I'm going to be lost. I'm a stupid American. I have no clue where anything is. Polaris is kind of one of those higher up ones. They always have high level names. Their events are always fucking sick. They like I said, they always have big names, exciting grapplers. So I'm sure it'll be a good time. Son of a bitch. I don't really have pressure. I just focus on doing what I do. I never really think about what people are thinking or if I have anything to lose. A lot of times, especially in grappling, I feel like you can get away with a lot of high-level guys lose and still their name isn't tarnished. The main things I would do mentally to prepare for competition is just focusing on being present, visualization, and being thankful. All these things are super, I feel like almost stereotypical when you hear from competitors, but it's if you really take the time to express the importance of these three things, it's you can't compare anything to it. Those are the main things you have to focus on as a competitor. People worry so much about outcomes and stuff. You can't be outcome driven. You'll fucking drive yourself crazy. It's not like training anywhere else. It's hard to compare B Team to any other gym. It's always high level grappling, always new faces, new visitors and stuff. So you're always kind of getting different looks, which is good. As well as who gives me the hardest time? I'd say probably the three Nicks. So there's Nicky Rod, there's Nicky Ryan, and then there's Nick Mattia. We all know Nicky Rod, we all know Nicky Ryan. Nick Mattia is one of the best grapplers that I know that has yet to have competition success. I think he's like he hasn't been training very long, but we go to fucking war. You know, some days he f***s me up, some days I f*** him up, but we go back and forth all the time. We're around the same weight. He is one of the best grapplers I know, and the world will soon know him as well. As well as Nicky Ryan. Nicky Ryan just grabs my leg, squeezes it, and yeah, he's absurdly strong, absurdly technical. Hard to do anything to him. I mentioned this before. It's like trying to control a wet marshmallow. It's just impossible. And then Nicky Rod needs no explaining. Best grappler in the world.
Whoop-de-doo, he knows how to squeeze. So impressive. You can squeeze hard. That's cool.
I think, I guess I've always kind of looked up to the Rotolo brothers. So I think down the line when I'm capable and I think I'm at that level, I would love to have a competition against them. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I think they're around the same weight, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one. But yeah, it would be sick to compete against them. I love their style. I steal so much shit from them. They're an inspiration when it comes to competition and just stylistically, as well as being awesome people as well. So yeah, I would love to compete against them one day.
There was my ass.
I'm always getting offers and stuff, but this will probably be the last competition for maybe a couple months, just because it's been a lot back to back to back. You know, I just fought ADCC. Before that, I fought Tanin Dalpra. Before that, I fought Jonathan Gracie. Before I fought him, I had trials. Before that, I fought Mika. Then before that, I had the other trials. It's been a long year so far, and very, very busy year. So maybe after this, I'll do those seminars, take a little break, and then get right back to it.
Towards the last weeks of the training, we try to prioritize a lot of the rounds of sparring situation training based on kind of like the strategy that we have for the competition, like the game plan. So you could see how they split the mat and they put just the competitors on one side, the ones that are going to be participating in the competition, everybody else to the other side. And then just trying to add volume of sparring. So just rounds after rounds and trying to add a lot of volume. I'll be competing in a 15-minute match. So just add a lot of rounds, make sure the cardio is good, make sure the combination of moves is good, and always throwing a fresh person in. So I feel that pushes you, and even with the style that I like training, I like to be moving all the time, you know, just create movement, create connections, and that leads to submission. So it was a good training, it was fun. I'm excited to be testing myself against him. I know he's a worthy competitor, and it's just exciting for the fans. You know, I never fought over there. It's gonna be my first time fighting in London. It's gonna be my first time fighting at Polaris, an event that I've been always watching and following. Like my idols, I've always fought there. I remember watching Tasev fighting against Victor Charlin, and that was a match that I was excited to. And I hope to just create that same impact that they created into this event now. So I'm excited for it.
Go, girl, let's go. You should score.
I mean, I think it's definitely a non-stalling position, no fighting back and try to win by points. I always chase submissions and I'm always chasing connections, so they can expect a masterclass, something special, something different, something pretty unique. That's every day that I step into this master training, it's thinking that way. That's my mentality, that's my mindset. Just try to be creative, try to be dynamic. So when I go out there, it's not different, you know. So I feel like I always like to fight that way. That's the way you excite the fans, and I feel it's part of the show. I like that. I enjoy watching fights like that, and that's the mark that I want to leave in the sport. I want to be able to be remembered as someone that always fought forward, always pushed the pace, always had something different in every single match, always came up with something creative, something unique. So I feel like that's what the fans can expect. I feel like my goal after this Polaris is going to be training and then just raising my level to try to get that Grand Slam once again in the black belt next year. That's what I'm aiming for, and I'm using these super matches to kind of like test the waters, raise my level, and then next year prepare for the Grand Slam. I've done it once, and I want to make sure I'm able to do it again.